No doubt that when it comes to European equity performance this year, and we've discussed this before, Karen, defense has actually been one of the most important sectors to pay attention to. In fact, looking at Leonardo itself, their shares are up about 70% year to date. That is just year to date. We saw a huge momentum for European defense names in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine back in 2022. But then we saw even further momentum in the wake of the second mandate of Donald Trump, with now changes not just when it comes to trade, but also when it comes to defense policy. Looking at some of the implications for the EU from this change in policy from the United States, we have already witnessed the European Commission and European leaders agreeing on new defense measures. In total, we're talking about measures that could lead up to 800 billion euros. It is a massive defense boost. However, though, when I had the chance to speak to Leonardo's CEO, he was still a little bit skeptical about how these measures are going to work, and he indicated that he would like to see some of this cash going directly into European defense contracts.
I have to see the numbers. Okay, there's a claim to inject a massive amount of money for defense in Europe. You heard about 0.8 trillion or so, but we have to see how this is allocated, or how this will be allocated. Whether this will be preferentially on European products or NATO products or global products. We have to see the rules and the governance. Having said this, of course, such an injection means that we should be ready to defend ourselves much better than in the past. I think Europe has benefit of a long period of peace for about 80 years. We considered peace as granted, whereas we have learned recently that peace has a cost, and peace must be defended. So maybe this is the time we do it for real.
Now, one of the biggest challenges for the EU when it comes to defense policy is overcoming fragmentation. And so one of the key questions here from an investment perspective is whether we're going to see further deals in the defense sector, whether we perhaps could see even mergers in this space. When I spoke to the Leonardo CEO, Mr. Roberto Cingolani, I asked him whether he could confirm that Leonardo is having talks with Airbus as well as Thales over a potential deal for the satellite business. And here is his answer.
I confirm that Thales, Leonardo and Airbus are talking, because we are all interested in trying to find a solution for the underperformance in Europe in the space domain. Launchers, satellites, primarily telecom satellites, but there are also perspectives and challenges in the end-to-end satellite services and exploration, so on and so forth. So at the moment we are working together and trying to find whether there is a possible good synergy, whether this is convenient from the market point of view, and of course also whether this is acceptable from the antitrust point of view. But we're just discussing this.